Hey everyone, this is Louis7, and today I'm streaming The Lord of the Rings Online. Just like last stream, we are doing deeds, but there's a benefit today because there's a 20% Virtue XP bonus weekend, so we get more Virtue XP from these deeds. It's also today is the Yule festival. I honestly, even though I put it in the title, I don't plan to do too much with that, but I do plan to check it out. We will also probably run Storvigan, so I will at least have that and some content relevant to it. I mainly want to check out the rewards. I don't know if I'll do too many of the festival quests or even any of them, but I did want to check out the... Ooh, I wonder if it's worth spending a Mithril coin. Nah, we'll do this one. But yeah, we'll see how much Yule stuff we do, but this is still a part of the Umbar playthrough, just focusing on Gondor deeds, kind of like last time. I probably won't get too much to the quest, but maybe. We'll see. We'll see where we basically go as a group. So I shall head to... We need to go west, so probably Lynn here. Where we're meeting the group is in Lamadon here. Callambel is where we need to go. So I should be able to get there from Lynn here, I think. And then we'll be all set for whatever we have with deeds today, which I honestly have no idea what that is. All right, I am in Lynn here.
What can I do for you?
And then I should be able to go to Callambel, maybe? Oh, Callambel's not even listed on this. I can go to Dol Amroth, but it is called Callambel, right? Would the stable master be called anything else? It is called Callambel, so I guess we'll take a trip up to Dol Amroth and then should be able to travel to Callambel. Hello, Jefferbit. Also, for people that maybe aren't too familiar with the way I do these streams when I run with my kin, I do have them on Discord, but you all should not be able to hear that. And I'm just on push to talk with them. So that sometimes I will say something that's randomly with no context, and that's probably because I'm responding to them. But I've talked about this a lot. I don't think it's an ideal solution, but it is a solution. Also, I really don't need these old potions. Honestly, the 14,000 ones from Gunabad are still somewhat relevant. They're like more than 10% of my morale. Also, here's Wenda Cranesbill. She has made it outside of the starter areas in LOTRO. She is now in some of the new expansion areas. I don't know if she's honestly anywhere else in between, but if you're in the new Gondors or Umbar, she is there now. This is the first time I've actually run into her, if you all cannot tell. I'm also curious. Oh, I actually have a lot of marks of renewal on this character, even though I've done not much content, let's say, on him. So I can actually get the cat fur out. Nope. Yep, get the cat fur out of my mouth. And then I can get the return to skills. They're only 30 coins. I honestly don't like this, I think, because it takes the point out of hunters and wardens and now mariners. But hey, I'm becoming my own hunter, warden, and mariner because now I have all these travel skills. So those, well, I guess they'd be called return to. Wow, these are actually the first 3 I've gotten on this character from any sort of reputation. That kind of makes sense because he leveled through, like, where this character actually legitimately leveled was before they had the stuff in the game when Warden and I keep saying Rune Keeper. Warden and Hunter travel skills actually mattered more. But then later in the game, you could just start getting them on every class from reputation barter like that. So yeah, this character hasn't actually played through areas with those, is why he only has these 3. But hey, now I have these 3. I don't even know where they go. I haven't even been to, the funny thing is I haven't even been to Lord Carrion. But then I have the rest of my marks of renewal. I'm kind of curious what they have. Brown cow. We'll have, yeah, no, I'm not gonna get that as a pet. And then let's see what the friend has. Friend has brown cow. There is, as far as something, say, useful to my character, there's the essence box. So I could actually get 6 of those. That's not too bad. There's also, there are cosmetics here. Are they going to be better than what I have? No. I really want a new outfit on this character. I love his outfit, don't get me wrong on that, but I want blue's pretty good. That would actually, I really like that in blue, to be honest. It's just not Rune Keeper. That's how I feel about it. I don't think it's a Rune Keeper outfit, but I actually like that in blue a lot. Even with the back. Oops. Wait, that's not evident in blue? Wait. That's yellow. There we are. That's the one. Yeah, that's pretty good in evident in blue, to be honest. It's just not this character. I might save my coins because it's buying to account. I might save that for another character and just not get anything useful. Oh wow, the cooking recipes are from here. That is so random. Honestly, those seem like recipes you should have by default. Maybe there are yellow versions. I don't know. Crafting in Umbar is a bit weird right now. Ooh, ferocious battle kitten. We might also have to save for that. Cosmetics are more important than essences and gear because you replace essences and gear, cosmetics stay with you forever. Like, gear is just something you replace. Okay. I got busy. We're supposed to actually be grouping up, I forgot.
The long night has ended and the sun rises upon a peaceful kingdom.
Yeah, festivals are great. That's why I'm excited to check out the Yule festival. Even if I'm not too hopeful that there will be an outfit that I like for this character, it's possible. I remember the big thing with the Yule festival that stands out to me was that was the source of the first ever elk that I got on my character. So that was actually Louis, original from Anor. Oh yeah, I can also do barter on this character. Maybe I should check that out real quick. But yeah, the Yule festival on Anor, if anybody was around back then, I did a stream of that and actually got the elk from it. And that was probably one of my better overall festival experiences in LOTRO. I do like the boss from the vaults. They're not only these are still kind of borked, which I'm guessing is less of a broken and more of a feature. Even if it's something that feels extremely broken. Maybe they'll add, if you don't know what's going on with the task, you have to be level 145 for them to show up, I believe. When it seems like it should be level 140 because that's when this content starts. Even if it were level 141, that'd at least make a little bit more sense, but it is indeed 145. I also have no idea where we're going. It looks like we are gathered up quite nicely. The thing with the essence boxes, though, if I got those, y'all might remember from the last stream that I crafted myself a bunch of gear, but it needs a lot of essences, and I've gotten barely any. I actually got this Perry essence from a mission. I did cheat and do one mission, but it was fun, so that's my excuse. I had fun doing it. But I will have either a video or a stream dedicated to running just all the missions. Unfortunately, we have a raid. I mean, it's great to have so many people show up and want to do deeds with us in the group, but the unfortunate part, the downside of the raid, is that we don't get loot and we don't get XP. I wonder if that Auroch has hides. I remember one of the things I loved about North Downs was just killing Aurochs because you got so many sturdy hides. The bears in Evandem were also good for them, but the Aurochs were more entertaining to me. and just rounding those up. I had a lot of fun doing that actually on my Landerval Lore Master from a few years ago. I remember doing it a lot on that character specifically for some reason. Know where we're going. I wonder how my virtues are doing, because it is Virtue XP boost, 20% extra Virtue XP, which is pretty crazy. It looks like I'm close to max on loyalty. We're working on wit and probably honesty, and then I'll have confidence, and then for defenses, fidelity looks like is what I have for this character. Probably would keep that. Fate is so extremely useless. It's actually not so extremely useless, but it's just a stat that feels way worse after the stat revamp than before the revamp. It at least used to provide some benefit other than power, and now it's only power, and it's, if you ask me, not the best with that, but it's probably most noticeable if you're running a longer content in LOTRO, which would be high tier instances, because health is boosted way up. So fights last a lot longer. And typically fights and raids also last longer. I really have no idea where we're going. I sure hope people aren't following me. I'm supposed to be following the pack today. Oh, yep, that's what I meant. But yeah. Yeah. I have no idea where we're going. I believe we're going up to the fountain here, this little camp. No, maybe not. I at least didn't get anything here. Maybe you have to... Can't even go inside, so I actually don't know. Maybe we're going to that quest, the orcs, the stragglers at the foothills? Maybe that's what we're going to. Surprised nobody else gathered that. They seem to have acknowledged its existence. Gotta make sure somebody in our group... Oh, I'm in the Guardians group. They had that Radiant Light, so we all got easy credit there. Who knows what the other group got? So if y'all are not familiar with the way raids work in landscape nowadays in LOTRO, if you are a raid, then you don't get loot. Nobody in the raid gets loot. Nobody in the raid gets XP. And for deeds and quests, it depends on fellowship tapping. So like my group here of me and these 3 other people, if one of us taps the mob, then we'll get credit for quests and deeds. But if nobody in the other groups taps mobs, they will not get credit for that. So both groups have to tap the mob to get credit. And that's why we usually, if we're doing a big Slayer deed raid, we usually just split actually into fellowships. Individual fellowships, and still try to have each fellowship tap the mob, so that way we at least get loot and XP, since you kind of have to have each group tap the mob in the first place anyway. Yeah, one of the things I'm really curious about with future questing is if essences will become more common. Because it does seem like with the marks of renewal, you can get quite a bit. Again, I'm surprised how many marks of renewal I have, considering how little I've done. So that seems to actually be a pretty decent source, but then that's competition for other things you want to barter for, which could include, again, cosmetics and the such, as we were looking at. But it also Like, I just haven't seen much of another source that isn't like competition like that, essentially. I remember there used to be a war band? Yeah, war band up there. That was kind of fun to solo on my warden. War bands were actually pretty neat, I thought. Like, I enjoy having that type of landscape content. What I didn't like about them was the amount of combat part. I actually like the idea a lot, just not them. A lot of the warbands, of course, are specifically mounted combat. So I just didn't like the mounted combat part of them, but they were actually, to me, the idea was really fun. And doing some of them, the ones where you didn't need mounted combat, were a little bit extra fun. It also seems like, speaking of content like that, like landscape bosses, essentially, it seems like roving threats as world bosses, it seems like those would be a thing that they could update with each level cap to just keep some sort of content streamed to the game, because I'd kind of been thinking about and talked a lot about in recent streams how there's a big drought of endgame content right now in LOTRO. But there's a lot of potential content. We have things like Delvings, which now give yellow gear, even though Barter's still all level 140 stuff, but they give yellow gear. They do give other things like crafting boxes, and they count towards weeklies and quests and the such, but the actual gear that they drop is yellow and not that great. It's better than nothing, I guess, but that's like a whole source of untapped content for getting like purple gear, essentially, or even teal gear at this point. That could, I think, qualm, is that the right word? It could ease some of the concerns of the lack of content in Umbar. Lack of in-game content, I should specify, because there's quest content, there's plenty of landscape content, and it sounds like there's more repeatable content that was added that I just haven't gotten to. Ooh, Sickleflies and Corsairs. So this might be the time to split groups. We'll see. Somebody in Discord just... yep. And crafting recipes. Yeah. We'll see what we do. It kind of distracted me from what I was talking about, but essentially, Delvings are sort of untapped content, and where I was getting with that is that... I don't know what we're doing with the invites, but... where I was going with that is it seems like warbands would be a potential, but that's something like new they would have to introduce and like do with each expansion. But I actually feel like roving threats, I hadn't really thought about that. So it seems like wow. I guess, oh, Discovery D got completed. And we got 20% bonus Virtue XP. But, yeah, just gotta make sure we tap everything. Don't necessarily want to outright kill. Oh, we also have, so on top of 20% Virtue XP bonus, I was wondering, how did I get 25%? Well, because of landscape difficulty, that gives an extra 5%. Wow, we're getting 25% extra Virtue XP. And I can confirm it is additive, I believe. Let me double check. Can I actually confirm that? Let me scroll up. Yes, it is additive, if anybody is curious. It's not multiplicative. I think it would have only been a minor difference, and it also depends on the order. Actually, no, it shouldn't depend on the order they calculate it. That's... yes, the Scyphozoa. That's what I said. I don't know how long you all haven't been able to hear me, but thank you all for letting me know. But essentially what I went on was that it is 1 percentage point more Virtue XP if it were multiplicative, so it doesn't really have that much of an impact, but it's 26% bonus versus 25% bonus. But yeah, now that we've actually split from the raid and into fellowships, we're getting scrolls. I did not mean to open that, but yeah, we got those. Wait, actually pronounce your name right? That is a miracle. Usually I'm terrible at that. Gotta adjust my audio. But yeah, I've talked so much about these, and I know in my last video I mentioned that I'm not gonna end up doing the video on the single-use recipes, but opening the scroll cases, I do have to admit, there's an exciting element to it. That's why I missed them. But at least they're very common, as much as I don't like the single-useness of the recipes that come out of them. On top of loot, we're also getting XP. I don't really care too much about that for this character, but when I pick back up with the questing, I'll be focused just on the book quests till we get to Umbar. But at this point, I think my character's XP is perfectly fine. But it is a bonus. Is it this one that gives? What's Hirsch debate again? I saw the icon was the same as Ceaseless Argument, and I feel like I'm getting it confused. Yeah, this is what it looks like in the trait tree. It's not actually from Ceaseless Argument. And then when you get both Hirsch debate and Thunderous Words, you get, what is it called? I don't know what it's called. Closing Remarks, I knew that. And then you can use Epic Conclusion. Because if you use Epic Conclusion without that, it is a poor non-conclusion. Here, I can show you all the Epic Conclusion on the sniper. Actually, no, we gotta find somebody else. We'll let them hit it. I'm probably gonna run out of the buff and run out of attunement by time I get that. Okay, the idea is I was gonna one-shot, but this is close enough. The other group has hit it. I didn't even crit. Didn't even one-shot. Oh, you maxed your active virtues for the first time at level 78, or level 58. That's pretty good. I usually on leveling characters don't do that well of keeping up with virtues, but it also depends what I do on the character, because if you do the landscape deeds, like if you do the deeds in each zone that you quest in, it's not the worst to keep them up, but it is still a little bit of work. This character is a little bit of a mess of some, but I will point out it is better to level individual virtues up to the cap rather than spread out your XP amongst a bunch of virtues, because the scaling will outweigh the benefits you get from having a bunch of them a little bit leveled up. So that's why a lot of mine are like very low level, and a select few of them are quite a bit higher. I think they were capped or near cap for 140. Probably near cap, or at least maybe capped at one point. And then they, like throughout an expansion, throughout a level cap, they raised the virtue level cap, and then the new expansion, of course, raised it, I think, by at least 2, maybe more. I don't really know. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, saving, actually, that's not a terrible strategy. If you, like, get deeds to where they're like 99% complete, and then when you have a 20% Virtue XP boost weekend and you activate your 5% from landscape difficulty, you could just wait for both of those, then do a bunch of deeds and get like more than you would have essentially. Yes, it's also the same for the passives, because like if we look at the passive for Mercy, if I had like 10, if I had like all my virtues level 14, I would get barely any maximum morale. I'd get like, if I had 10 of those, I'd get 170. That'd be 140 levels worth of virtue. It's not that straightforward, because I think it's non-linear, or you don't need the same amount of XP per virtue level. For every virtue level, you don't need the same amount of virtue XP is what I'm trying to say. But with Tolerance, see, it's rank 84, the passive bonus is 586. So it's a lot more efficient both ways to have one level at a time. Bizkit, you said that you haven't played the game since 2010. You have a feeling you're gonna reroll like 10 times. Sometimes that happens. I actually, for some... Wow, why is this guy running away? For some weird reason, I've actually kind of been wanting to make a new minstrel. But before I do that, I might be able to fit that in. I'd love to fit that in. So there are 2 specific new character video/stream ideas I have. And one of them might involve minstrel. The other is probably going to be a hunter. I'm going to do basically the I can't even think of the way to name it, but it's like the bog standard, your stock LOTRO experience class/race combination. I already started the poll on my channel. I did like what class do you first think of with like a classic adventure through LOTRO. Unfortunately, I couldn't include all the classes on that, but I included what I figured would be the most common ones, and I'm sure to everybody's surprise, Hunter won the poll. And then, oh, we're getting more Corsairs. Plus I smell this iron. I guess we're getting the rest of these. Sounds like we're gonna turn around, but yeah, Hunter won that poll, so now I'm going to do which race, and I'm like 90% sure it's going to be elf, but y'all might surprise me. But I'm still like 90% sure it's going to be elf. I'm going to limit it to the non-premium races. There's a Corsair raider there. I guess we're not getting this. So you're wondering the benefit of being in a fellowship versus raid? Because I talked about that earlier, so I'm curious if that's what you're going on about. Or it's just like, I have a kin event. My kin is doing an event, so we're all grouped up for it. But there is a benefit that we kill things faster in a fellowship. And it's more fun. Usually. Sometimes. But usually. The mob camps, like even the more dense ones, just haven't been that dense is something I've noticed. Even the ones with like Corsairs. Oh. Why did he cheer at me? It's Mario. I wonder where Luigi is. You know what? I don't look too unlike Waluigi right now. You know? I wonder if they're watching the stream right now. That'd be pretty neat if Mario watches my streams. You know, I don't look too far off from Waluigi. Yeah, so if you're in a fellowship, everything from the guilds and charities in some mansion. They asked Yule can't see world chat. Let's just do a little move here. They mentioned, I don't even know if y'all can read the tiny text, but we asked how's Luigi, and Mario said in some mansion. Okay, now I got controls. Wow, that actually worked. Okay. OBS has gotten a lot better. Like, you can control Z when you move things, so you can just move it right back. Yeah, Wario definitely need a dwarf. I feel like elf is actually fitting for a Waluigi since he's a bit taller. You need like a somewhat hunched elf though. Everybody in the group is loving Mario here. Hello, Jason. You said that's the first time you've been able to catch one of my live streams. Well, hopefully you are enjoying it. Oh, there goes Mario. I gotta cry again. But yeah, it's a little bit of a hectic one. We had Mario visit and we're doing a kin event. I feel like, have I actually seen Mario before? Because obviously he looks like Mario and his character in LOTRO. I'm actually surprised that isn't a filter name because all the names that they filter and don't allow you to use. I'm kind of surprised you can use Mario, but that was actually a pretty good outfit to look like him. Oh, somebody got a red sea stone. Wow. I've heard those have like a 0.0002% drop rate. I have no idea how true that is, but at that point it seems like a hyperbole. But I am actually curious if anybody has mined enough things or just gathered enough nodes and actually measured the drop rate. Unless they have the Forester event axe. Did the Forester event ever return? Wasn't it supposed to return with this patch? Did that ever happen, or did everyone forget about it again? Or did everyone, as in, did I forget about it again? But anyway, I was gonna check their crafting tool and they have the Enduring Universal Toolkit, so they don't have that. But the thing with the Forester event axe, they were using their pickaxe anyway, portion of the universal tools. But the thing with the event axe is that you can get like increased chance of rare ingredients. So it is technically, when it's up and you can barter for it, technically best in slot for gatherers. I've kind of already actually been wondering what character I'd want to level next. Now that we have missions, and I've been having more fun with LOTRO after a little bit, getting over the initial, I don't know if shock is quite the right word, but just initial launch experience with Umbar. I've been having more fun with it again. I'm still really enjoying Return to Moria, but I'm just not playing it as much, so I am shifting back a little bit more into the mood for LOTRO. I haven't streamed it much lately, but most of my game time, actually quite a bit, has been Return to Moria the past couple weeks. We have a small group actually of people I play LOTRO with that have done, we usually do it at 6 a.m. in the morning, which is actually a great time for me. I know that might sound crazy, but 6 a.m. in the morning after waking up, not even staying up that late. Once again, I have no idea where we're going. Oh, we might also be able to try to run the featured instance. I think... No, I don't know if my warden can actually get stuff from that. I think I'd have to run a below level cap version, and I honestly don't know exactly how that works. There we go. Got one tap for our group. I think I saw the lore master hit the other one, so should be good there. Now I can heal everybody for hundreds of more health. Oh no, I didn't mean to open that. It's no big deal, but I misclick, bad aim. I was gonna start cleaning my inventory just a little bit. Get rid of some of these oily furs. I kind of noticed I have quite a few of those. And, oh, I actually have even more patches of filth. Those are probably from the spiders last time. Oh, I also have enough gold now. I have enough gold. This is the weirdest concern, but this character just doesn't have much gold on him. But I can reforge my rune satchel. So that's going to get a little bit better. I think either the vast majority or all those tracers are unusable, but... We also have cat making noise. Ooh, sickle flies down here, I think. Wow, it's kind of a miracle based on other perfectly normal adventures that I didn't die by perfectly normal adventure there. Oh no. I don't know if we need Avank. Doesn't look like it. Hello, Eric. You said that you're starting fresh on a Valar character on a new server. How would I recommend going about crafting? I think it depends how much gold you have, but you could just buy all your materials from the auction house or from other players and trade and craft that way, or you can gather them. I realize that's not just a definitive answer, but I think it really depends if you have enough gold and there are enough people selling stuff on your server. There's also, I think, the consideration of like, yeah, if you want to, okay, he's not gonna mind that one. But yeah, I could see some of the mid to high tiers, like the Rohan ones, Gondor ones, even Mordor ones being a bit tougher to get or more expensive. At least that's my general experience with those tiers of mats. But yeah, that's honestly just about the only thing I spend gold on is crafting ingredients. And like when I level a new alt through crafting, I don't mind spending hundreds of gold on that stuff. Been a long time since I have actually done any sort of gold farming in LOTRO, or actually trying to get gold to recoup from losses, because you kind of passively get a decent bit in this, especially if you run, in my experience at least, a decent bit of like featured instances. That used to be more, or at least I used to sell the stuff that you'd get from it. Is Red Warden better for leveling? It depends on if you're surviving. If you're surviving, Red's going to be faster than Blue. I gotta stop hitting my push to talk on accident. They're probably hearing the most random noises for me. But I just like push my push my push to talk button for a split second, but then there's still a time delay with Discord, and it's been I've done that before, and they'll catch like one random word when I'm just talking on the stream, and then I like don't have anything to say. But anyway, short answer is yes, Red Warden is better unless you need the survivability from Blue Line, then Blue Line's good. Like if you enjoy doing massive AoE but aren't surviving that in Red Line, that's another situation you could consider Blue. Looks like we have a quest turn in, or at least I have a quest turn in here. Pretty fields here, I do have to say. Just assume this is where we're headed. I don't actually know. Okay, I think we're going to the stable. Returning back where I was. But yeah, I also think sometimes going out on a big harvesting adventure can be fun though. So if you don't have the gold, you could maybe think about it as a fun adventure, if it is fun to you. Let's see, I have a quest turn in over here. Here we go. To Tadarin.
Not take these days for granted.
Okay, still can't do tasks. I guess I could, I mean, this is a random place to set my milestone, but I don't mind too much. I'll probably change it to whatever's closest to the Isengard Tavern or whatever it's called. I do know it's not called Isengard Tavern. Bloody Eagle Tavern, that's what it is. It's like right... I thought it was right here. Yes, it is. If we can set a milestone near that, I think the closest one would be that one. Probably that one. This one might be more useful, like generally useful, but I think this milestone would be closer. Yeah, probably would. Well, again, this one has some merit, but if the sole interest was the Bloody Eagle Tavern, I think the one in the northwest would be better. So that's probably where I'll eventually set my milestone, because I have the travel skills now. But then I might also do one to the Shield Isles once I get there. Okay, so we're going to Sickle Flies. That's about all I know. Do we need the Gnat Swarm? Oh, they actually do count for insects. Okay. I didn't realize we needed those. I thought we needed specifically Sickle Flies. Yeah, I think we're, in general, if anybody is curious about the chaos that is going on, in general, we are doing Explorer deeds in, like, whatever Slayer deeds on the way. Last time, we spent a lot of time doing Slayer deeds in relatively slow spots, but they might still have been the fastest spots for those particular deeds. I think it was Spiders and Orcs we were working on. Didn't quite finish either of them. Rubber banding there. Probably safest I dismounted. I have been standing a lot today. I didn't really realize that until My legs are already getting sore 15 minutes into the stream. Oh boy. Probably like 5 hours already. Okay, Lore Master tapped it. That's how we know it's safe to kill. That's at least an easy way to tell that it's safe to kill, is if the Lore Master taps it. Good old Wizard's Fire. Oh, I think we're going towards, is that a beacon, maybe? I think that's where we're going towards. We have a Virtue XP. I think that's from the Hobbit gift. I can use all those now. In fact, I'm actually curious if this character has any in his vault. He does. Wow, 250 Virtue XPers, 100 Virtue XP, a random. Ooh, I have a box of festival tokens. If we see something good from the Yule, I might actually open that. Why is this character the one with the dragon scale outfit? Okay. I should be sending that to another alt. Oh, hey, Essence. Is it a good one? It's the third one I've gotten. Second one from Landscape Stuff. Oh, I got a crit rating one. I didn't even notice that. That's actually a useful one. And then Physical Mastery. Wow, they really are pushing Rune Keeper tank. Not only did I get those parry bracelets from earlier, these guys right here, beautiful parry bracelets. I got my parry rating essence to go with those, but I also got Physical Mastery. Because you know, when you parry with your runestones, you'll also be wanting to punch your mobs with your runestones. Punching requires physical force, so you want Physical Mastery for that. Is that Dragok? Actually, I still have no idea where we're going. I think there's a Wolf Slayer deed we're still working on, yes. So we completed, there's a Beast Slayer deed, so presumably we completed that. They drop hides. Wait, this counts as a different zone, Emin Palace? Interesting. There's a sickle fly up. When I got to it. There's also one hiding down here we can get. Oh no, I almost fell. I was actually standing over the edge. I can't quite reach that one. I didn't check my fire spells. Maybe they would have worked. But yeah, with the S... Oh, wow, I have another Parry Essence. I mean, it was just destined after I talked about it. Ooh, bear. On deer. I don't think we need either of these two. I wonder if we're still going to pass through to go to Dol Amroth and get discoveries. Dragons. Apparently there are dragons. I mean... What? This bear also has valuable hides we need. Same with the poor little deer. Corsairs we do actually need for the deed. I would imagine there's plenty of them because it's the Corsairs of Umbar expansion, but maybe there's not that many in Gondor because it's Corsairs of Umbar, not Corsairs of Gondor. Wait, why are we killing the rockworm? Do they count towards a deed? Because that would be dragon kind. Oh, it sounds like there's not a dragon kind deed. I don't think the bears count for anything for anybody, but they do drop Umbari hides, and I know I was one short of finishing the crafted set, which of course I'm not going to use until I get enough essences, which I haven't gotten essences to use any yet. I still need main stat. Oh, I actually got tactical mastery. Okay, there's a chance. I think these require, though, the sort of new thing with essences for people that maybe haven't kept up is that they have this primary essence and basic essence. So the basic essence can take the normal stuff, like I have tactical mastery and critical rating. Those two that I'd actually want to use are basic essences. But for the primary essence, I can't use the ones that I'd actually want. So I would need a specifically primary essence, which would be something like might, agility, will. And actually for this character, this is going to sound a bit crazy, but I don't really need mitigations right now. So agility is the most efficient DPS essence, or DPS stat for this character. Well, it's the most efficient DPS stat. It's not necessarily the best stat for a DPS, but it's most efficient for the DPS secondary stats. And this character, I don't really, despite me maybe having died at some points, don't really need mitigations on him. But in general, will probably still probably still serve you better. I wonder, I don't know if we're doing the quest or what. Oh wow, it already is break time. I can't believe we've been playing an hour already. We usually do a break an hour into our adventures. Oh wow, I still need Enmity of the Drakes. I guess the Whelplings count for that. I kind of want to send the stuff to my other character to do some crafting while we're doing our AFK break. Normally I would actually AFK and get a snack, but I don't do that during streams. But yeah, I think now would not be a terrible time to do a little bit of organization here. So to start, we shall send Luegan. He's my other Rune Keeper, but he's the tailor. It's actually like progressed decently, so that's why he's becoming my tailor. So I'm going to send him those 2 tailor recipes, and then I'm going to craft the last piece of the set I needed, even though I don't actually need it. I don't even remember what that is. It's like boots or gloves? Oh wait, did I actually equip one of these? Oh, I did. Wow, I didn't even realize that. I guess they were still better than what I had. I think it's the boots that I need. The boots would be the one piece, just to have the full crafted set. Even if I'm not going to use the full crafted set, that's the one piece. I don't know about a timeline for that, Jason, besides 2024. Sounds like a lot of the crafting stuff is gonna be a bit late. Although I have this weird memory of that actually being in the beta. Maybe it wasn't, but for some reason I feel like that was in the beta. But I'm guessing it wasn't. I'm guessing that's something I dreamt up. Oh yeah, the other thing I need to send is the Umbari hides. I'm glad I killed that mob because I would have forgotten to send those. So we're going to try to find which crafting carriel has them. There we go. And then we should have Gundabad hides. I don't need those. Brush Gundabad leathers, I don't even need those for that matter. Gundabad scorn, I don't need that. High grade. I don't need any of that stuff. What's poplar sapwood? I think that's a little, yeah, that's a Norian. Ooh, log of Umbari wood. I could send that to my warden and make some stuff for this character. Oh wow, I have a lot of scarring on this character. Got crab legs. If I ever do any cooking, there's the Umbari hides. Stone height, I think. Yes, Piper is purring, and you'll actually hear her. That's a neat little elk pet. It's glowing a lot. I'm not sure about its eyes. It makes it look like possessed and evil. Like, otherwise it's a pretty nice reindeer, but it's like, it just looks so evil. She's also stinking for some reason. Y'all should be glad that streams don't incorporate smells at this point. Who's my crafter? I just sent stuff to him. I don't even remember. I think it's this one. I think we have 1 minute left. Probably like 2 minutes left on the AFK break. By the time I actually get swapped over, everybody's gonna have returned and just be waiting for me. Alright, let's see. Wow, looks like I already have one of those recipes. So now I have a single backup. Okay, let's see what I can craft real quick. First of all, we'll just go ahead and turn all these guys into leathers. And while we do that, we're going to look at what I can actually craft. I also still don't know what I'm going to switch this character out for. Probably, oh yeah, I was gonna, oh, that's kind of gonna suck in a way, but I'm planning to change my warden out to be full-time gatherer and change my warden to, or change this character to woodworker. Because forester, tailor, and woodworker go quite well together. Well, if you could actually even get rid of forester and do the processing on another actual gatherer character, so it actually doesn't matter too much. But if you go for a 3 combo like that, it's not too bad. But let's do gloves. That's what I needed to finish the set, right? Was it gloves or was it boots? Oh no, I think it was boots. Wait, that's light armor. Yes, okay. Again, I'm not even going to use this. Hey, I have a red sea stone on this character. but I'm not even going to use this. But I just want, like, I felt so incomplete without the full set there. Okay, let's send back to, I think it's Louis-7. Wait, did I send the Scarn to this character? This character didn't need the Scarn. He's not my prospector. Oh, I could get Jeweler. I wonder what the level 141 jewelry is like. Obviously, it's going to be very essence hungry, but I am curious what it's like. Just 1 second. Yeah, the change to professions, the breakup of the vocations is really nice. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to have, when they release the fourth one, that's how I might do it, but I'm going to have a metalsmith, weaponsmith, and jeweler. So somebody that uses all the stuff gathered from prospector, and then I'll have another character be like an actual prospector. Like this character, he's a prospector, and he can transform everything. So that's going to be this character. I also would like to actually master all these tiers. That's going to be the process, but it's part of the progression fun. I'm trying to get his attention. We'll see if he invites me before I say something. Oh, oh, he's ignoring me. Woohoo, we did it. No communication necessary. Just waving and poking. Although I think that's communication. So do I have... Did I even send the shoes to this character? Oh, I did. Wow. I actually did something useful. Okay, so all those have parry rating. I could put 2 parry essences on those shoes. Well, I could put 1, but still. The pants? Could I do the pants? They have tactical mitigation. Nobody wants mitigations. Who actually wants defenses to survive? Yeah, I don't think these are earlier. I was kind of looking at this stuff, so I'm reminding myself what sort of my gear situation was here. But it's all like mitigations and parry. Mitigations are at least better than parry. I will admit that. I'm actually curious. I think Will gives both physical and tactical mitigation now. It used to just give tactical, if I remember correctly, maybe fate. Looks like everybody set it up northwest without me. Don't worry, I can catch up fast. I have a worse deed. But essentially, the short of all that is that I think that I cannot get better gear than what I have equipped, even with the new essences that I have that I did not have before. I think the closest one might be these pants, but I would lose a decent bit of will where I think it actually would make a difference, because that's like 2400 tactical mastery right there. And it also is a loss of critical rating, which I could sort of make that up, but I don't think enough. Yeah, 2600. I don't think enough to make that much of a difference. I'd be sacrificing too much for 1300 crit, essentially. Not only did he knock me back, he knocked me into the air. That was pretty impressive. And it was also really impressive how little damage he did. That's why I don't need mitigations. That's why I need to become a glass cannon agility Rune Keeper. I really want to make a video on the agility Rune Keeper, but it's just not a feasible video to make at this point. But it's also like it's a fairly pointless thing because you can't what? Your stats aren't that flexible, essentially. Like, sources of gear that has agility will typically have physical mastery rather than tactical mastery. And then for the virtues, if you think about something like determination, that has physical mastery. So usually when you have agility, it has physical mastery attached to it. Might not always be the case. There's probably some with crit and finesse. But that is, yeah, it makes a video like that difficult, essentially. Ooh, I wonder what the 141 chisel looks like. I guess that's something I'd have to level my weaponsmith to find out, unless I get somebody to craft me one. Alright, we got our thing. Let's try to, if we can stay in combat, let's see if we can get a one-shot. Almost 19k. I think the hunters did a lot. I believe we're going to the beacon. Oh wow, we went right next to it before. We went like right there. And I guess never actually went to it. There we go. Nindath. Ooh, insect slayer's done. All I heard was jump. It is safe. I said it is safe, but it sounds like I'm missing stuff. Somebody told me not to jump, so I had to jump. Oh wow, they're actually not even that far away. Okay, we're going somewhere here-ish. I don't know if we're going to Blackroot Vale specifically, but we're going somewhere there. There's also a sickle fly. I believe we still need wolves. We were quite far away earlier. We're not even on advanced and we're like not halfway done. This one might push me halfway done, yeah. another wolf. Is it time? That sounds like the cue to say I have no idea who that is. I don't even remember the name. They were talking about somebody. I don't know who it is. Wow. This is like Insect Central. So, Biscuit, you're wondering Tailor, Forester, Woodworker is a good combo too. I don't think that was always there. I think it was Forester, Woodworker, and Farmer, if I remember correctly. I forget which one went with the Owlman, but I think it was Farmer. But there was not a Tailor, Forester, Woodworker. There was also Forester, Tailor, and Prospector, which Explorer was the vast majority of my characters. But now all of them are going to be Explorer minus Tailor plus Scholar for the 3 gathering nodes. And they last 6 hours too. I forget about that. They were talking about we should have used accelerators for these deeds. It's they last 6 hours, so might as well if you have one. I have plenty. The question is where. Let's see. What was I doing? Got distracted. Oh, I have advanced mark acquisition. Where? Yeah, I really should have been using a deed S layer booster this entire time. It does not appear that I have any of my shared storage. They must all be on the alt that holds that stuff. Or my Beorning, he might have one left over. Let me just double check. Yeah, not seeing any either way there. Either where. Anywhere. Either of those 2 locations. Hi, Viper. I don't know why they like come running. They don't just walk over here. They have to do a little charging run. Oops, I got on my regular mount. Monday at 3 a.m. I think, Eastern. Maybe. You might want to fact check me. Alright, Operation One Shot is back. Except I still did not get a crit. I've tried so many times. I still have not gotten a crit. And that time somebody did tap it at least. I don't know if it was in the other group. Does crafting affect LI? So with the crafting, oh, what was it? In Gundabad, there were single-use recipes for crafting like Word of Craft traceries and heraldries. They took like ancient script, and I don't remember if they actually took crafting materials. That was one of the weirder things about it. They just took ancient script. Perhaps y'all can tell by the way I'm talking about it. I did not like the way crafting was integrated with the LI system at all in the Gundabad tier. All those recipes still exist, so it still is in the game. But I don't like it. So hopefully they have a completely new overhaul and the crafting overhaul for the Umbar tier for how crafting will integrate with the LIs. It could also be that I just haven't seen whatever. Maybe there is actually already some stuff that I haven't seen, but I think I've kept up with everything, maybe. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about crafting with which LI. Wait, what? I wouldn't worry about your character and their LI for which crafting professions you choose. Oh, actually, no, some of the recipes for Gundabad were dependent on which profession. That was a fun little race. I was gonna let him have the ore, but I was like, I beat him to another one. You gotta be careful of the sneaky elf who is actually really greedy delver, digger of ores. Oh, we're going west. So turn around. Oh, I think we're going to the elf ruins. I'm guessing that's where the... Is it the elf ruins? Ed Helland? Is that what it... Yeah, Ed Helland. Ah, now I get a crit. I didn't even have concession and concession and rebuttal's ability I used. Wait, does that actually activate? Oh no, I don't think it does, but I didn't think I had closing remarks, but I guess I did. So Lincoln, you said that you just started LOTRO 2 weeks ago. Wow, and you already finished Volume 2 of Moria? That's some pretty good progress in 2 weeks. I would imagine, with all the progress that you have made, that you enjoyed it. It's also kind of interesting that this is the Corsairs of Umbar expansion, and there are no Corsairs where there were, if I remember correctly, tons of Corsairs here. So it's in restoration. We're restoring the elf ruins, even though supposedly the elves are like losing power at this point in the LOTRO, but Lord of the Rings story, if I remember correctly. And a gnat swarm. Oh wow, I was gathering all those ores without even tracking them earlier. I hope you enjoyed Volume 2, but I do have to admit that... Wait, does Volume 3 start with Mirkwood? I thought Volume 3 started with Isengard, but either way, I have to admit that I actually start enjoying the book quests a lot more after Moria. For me personally, so maybe something for you to look forward to. I think they're spinning in circles. Wait, I missed an ore node. No, never mind, somebody else got it. More. Wait, they were talking in the Discord again about Mario, who we ran into Mario. Strange to see him in Middle Earth, I do have to say, but it was a pleasant surprise, at least. But Moria was a little annoying. I could definitely see that if you're not a cave person. My least favorite part of that, since we have finished it, should not be a spoiler, was the whole back and forth out of Moria into Moria, and the particular NPC there. A particular NPC involved in that continues potentially to be involved in potentially later parts, maybe. Trying to be somewhat vague. Really annoyed me. But he actually annoyed me more so in the continued parts after Moria, but he was already annoying in Moria. Hopefully people who are aware know who I'm talking about, and people who have not done it, it's spoiler free. I don't even know if it really is a spoiler, but just being on the safe side here. That's actually a pretty neat, different shoreline in LOTRO, I guess. That's the new Outer Gondor, for anybody that doesn't know. We can actually see new lands. The first new lands that I've actually run into. I haven't actually run over them, but I guess I haven't run into them either. But yeah, that's all actually new in the Corsairs of Umbar, and not accessible pre-Corsairs of Umbar. This is all remade lands of Western Gondor, but that's the new lands that I'm a bit excited to get to. It seems to use a lot of similar stuff to Wells of Lengthflood. That's probably the closest thing it reminds me to is Wells of Lengthflood. It has the same or very similar trees, especially the south part of the wells. Where are we going? Actually don't know where we're going. I smell ore though. Whew, barely won. That was a close race. This is a strange little area. I kind of like it. Yeah, I do like Moria nowadays, but I get bored if I try to do the book quest, so I just don't do the book quests. What did they get 7 Umbari hides from? That's a lot for one thing. I don't know if we're going to Dol Amroth. I don't know where we're going. I don't know where we're going. Oh, you were playing Brawler. Hopefully you enjoyed the still relatively new class. I think it's, to me, Brawler is a whole lot better if you haven't seen. I think the class review that I did with Aubrey the Weird One, we talked a bit about Brawler and how the experience on the class has changed since its launch. And for me, I think it's a whole lot improved from its launch experience at this point. I'm not the most into the class fantasy, so I don't play it that much, but I do find it to be quite enjoyable now overall. I just don't play it that much. But it is, in my experience, especially in that low to mid level range where I've actually played it. So that doesn't mean it's not that way at high levels, essentially. But it's quite powerful. Like, you pack quite the punch with your punches. Okay, we got the Dock Master. I don't know what else they're doing there, to be honest. While they're doing that, because I think I've got the Nydia Stable Master, so I don't really need to go in there. But while they're doing that, I'm going to clean out my inventory a little bit. Winter Home, that is Frostbluff. I might actually keep that. Map to Minas Tirith Midsummer. Nah, we'll sell that. Oily Furs. Oily Furs. Strange that I'm suddenly getting all these oily furs when I get, like, when I cross the threshold from Lower Lebanon to Dor in Ernil, I just suddenly started getting oily furs and salt sea filth, or whatever it's called. What is it called? I just sold them. Ah, salty filth. It's so strange. I feel like all that stuff just floated up the ocean from Umbar and landed not in Lower Lebanon, but only in Dor in Ernil. It's like the strong cutoff. This little river here. Everything west of that has these new filths and whatever's furs. And then everything east is Gundabad stuff somehow. Yeah. Yeah. They just discovered that Wintercreensville, the VIP town service vendor, is here. Ah, yes, they are closest to monks. They actually have somewhat similar-ish gameplay flow to the DPS monk spec, in that you don't have a system where you actually specifically benefit from using alternating abilities, like not repeating the same ability twice, but generally you're better off when you don't necessarily repeat 2 in a row. Basically, you alternate your setup abilities and then your finisher abilities, but it's not always that clean because you need metal for that. I wonder if we have to discover the old Corsair camp. I wonder what the old Corsair camp has. So maybe I should head ahead with them. I feel like they're heading there. I just feel like they're going that way. We'll see when the dots update. As much as I talk about the Corsairs of Umbar expansion needing more Umbar and less Gondor, I really do like this area. Oh, that's who. I thought I was accidentally like moving or something. Oh no, somebody's gonna steal my ore now. Oh, there's also a Corsair. Okay, let's stun them. We're gonna stun them and then we'll get this. That's what I call an OP move. Here's one. I found the... Oh wow, this looks a little destroyed. Kind of a follow-up from our questing efforts, I guess, when we went through here. Oh, there are rats. There are castaways, I think. Is there a rat slayer? I thought we were done with the rats from Carnoom. Ooh, there are crabs. Crabs are useful. They have increased drop rate of crab legs. I don't have a cook, so I don't use those, but I can funnel those to a cook and trade for probably useful food for me, maybe. Wow, I already got 2 crab legs. Oh wow, there's a giant crab there. Sure, not the pirate crab. So did I. I guess we're not getting the crabs for crab legs, which is fine. We don't need to. So you all remember the pirate crab from Pugalok? You remember the pirate crab from Pugalok and Gundabad? That was, yeah. That was like direct hit at Umbar. Maybe. Yeah. Although I don't think that actually looked like what we have in Harad. But maybe eventually. Now we talk about, so I made a video, if y'all never saw it, about like, is Harad the next area we're gonna go? We basically had the options were Forwardwaith, which didn't really seem likely. And then there's Forwardwaith, Rune, and Harad. There was also Kond, and I guess Nirn would kind of technically be, but that's sort of Mordor. But anyway, the point is, I said Harad because, wait, okay. Because there are a few hints of Harad, besides just like the whole storyline stuff. There are a few hints that made me think they were kind of working on stuff that could be Harad related. So there was the pirate crab, the first boss in the Den of Pugalok instance. And then there was also, in the Dino Puglok instance, the last boss, one of the phases was desert looking, but different desert than we had in LOTRO, but it's not the same desert-tess type terrain we have in Harad here in the little Umbar coastline. This is much less desert than that. Oh wow, I did get a Red Sea Stone. Based on what I've heard from people, that's like one of the rarest things in the game right now. Actually, I wonder how much they sell in the auction house. I would 100% sell those right now and wait for them to become more popular before I, like, buy them. But I also don't care about gold, so I'm probably not going to sell them, but I'm actually curious. Ooh, Corsairs here. Avatex Watch. Still not a very dense camp, but well, I guess we'll take what we get with these Gondor zones. It's not an inherently bad thing that it's not dense, but I just find it kind of interesting. And it doesn't help, like, we're specifically working on Slayer Deeds. It doesn't help with that, essentially. Alright, let's see if I survive. I did talk about being a Rune Keeper tank. No, an agility-based Rune Keeper tank with tons of parry. That's the build I'm going for. A wary Corsair. Oh, there's more to the south. I wonder what's up with that wary Rune Keeper, or wary Rune Keeper, wary Corsair. I'm guessing the quest would explain it. Oh, another wary Corsair. Why can't I kill it? How do I know the wary Corsairs are safe and the snipers and raiders aren't? Ooh, Corsair Slayer already done. Working on advanced. I got, what? I got 188 Vitue XP. I would have gotten 150 with normal. Wow. How many flights of steps is this? Is that like 3 floors worth of stairs right there? Do you ever press control? It is. I was gonna ask if you ever press control to roll. In Return to Moria, they talked about searching for the sprint button, but in Return to Moria you can also roll with control. These are nice bedrolls. I'm also wanting to claim these bedrolls. It's like Return to Moria, just outside in New Gondor and LOTRO. They got a campfire. They might have a meal table. If they have a meal table, that's pretty incredible. They have all this stuff that you destroy that's like old junk stuff that you destroy in Return to Moria. They have backpacks. Wow, this camp really is shockingly... I'm just admiring how much this camp is like Return to Moria, made outside into Gondor. Hold up. Oh, that's a little banner ribbon thing. I thought there was a spike going straight through the bedroll. These are kind of cozy little... Can you call them tents? They almost look more like huts, like a hut tent hybrid. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with the group's progress, but this camp was worth admiring. Yeah. I wonder when, I forget, was it after, oh, excuse me, was it after 105? Because I remember Langruven, was that the name of the place? In the Waste? Yeah, Langruven. I remember a lot of landscape raids there, and it seemed like after that is when they decided to axe landscape groups by not letting you get quest progress, deed progress, without somebody in each fellowship tapping things, and not dropping loot or giving you XP. That's kind of the, like, I feel like there's a lot of potential in group landscape content in LOTRO, but with their open tapping system, and that everybody in the fellowship each gets full individual loot if you're in a fellowship, you can, like, effectively multiply the amount of drops by a single mob by 6. It would be more if it were raid, but now it's 6 with the fellowships. Yeah, they'd have to balance around that. So if each, like, loot was rotated like it used to be, it wouldn't be as much of a problem, but it's kind of like the niceness of open tapping and everybody getting everything kind of prevents them essentially from doing that. They could make some, I think they could make some landscape content where the idea is that mobs don't drop anything. That would kind of be a little bit of a feels bad type thing, that maybe all your loot that you would get as an individual player in a group is balanced around like quest rewards. So maybe your quest rewards are a bit beefed up, but they could, I think there are ways they could get around it essentially. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I've been having fun with these kin events and doing these deeds, but sometimes I really miss group landscape content on LOTRO. We had a little bit of it at 130 in War of Three Peaks, but I think that was the last one. And that, I don't remember if there were dailies or anything worth like going back there, or maybe there was, but I don't remember it being something that was like really worth doing or repeating. Okay, we're going to both the town and the beacon here. I'm guessing this is where we'll wrap up the deeds, and then, because this is this where we're gonna wrap up the deeds and then maybe move on to Storvagen? Alright, this should finish a discovery deed for me. Nope. Never mind. Did we get Makam Mijan? Oh, which... Was that the abandoned camp? Oh, you had to actually cross. Alright, I'll do that real quick. But I guess... Oh, if you want. But for Storvagen, I'll probably switch to my warden for that. If we run it, I guess it depends what level we run it to. I don't know what level we're running Storvagen, but we're switching to the Yule phase of this. We're still doing Umbar, just Gondor and Umbar, because that makes a lot of sense. Wait, I thought I actually went in there. I'm like 90% sure I stepped into here, but that's not the case, clearly. Alright. Yeah, I'm set. So it depends what level we run Storvagen at, which character I will go on. But we could, in the meantime, just go to the Yule Festival while we wait to decide who's running and what level we're running. Hopefully we run at 150, but we have a lot of lower level characters, so they might not want to run at 150. I think we would be able to handle it, but it'd be a bit more of a challenge essentially than running just straight. Oh, I actually have Frostbluff. I have that map here. I just wasted I wasted 5 silver. How will I ever recover? But I need... There it is. Participate in a Yule Festival activity. Maybe. Okay, so I have some of these. I'd vote 150. I would vote 150. Okay, I don't know about this outfit. It's not a bad outfit by any means, but I just don't know about it for this character. Once again, I actually think it looks pretty decent in Avendon blue, but or even green, but I'm just not feeling that for this character, essentially. I also can zoom in so we can maybe see. I don't know if there's any new. Are the Icy Expeditions, are those new this year? probably don't want shoulder pads showing with that. That's very not fitting for Umbar, but I actually do like this one. I feel like this one fits this character a little bit better. Yellow. You're the one. I kind of like that one in Air of the Wind Blue. I don't know if y'all have any thoughts on the outfits or ones I should check out. Ooh, dark purple. Oh yeah, I should probably switch characters. Black doesn't look too bad either to me. So there's some potential. Wouldn't show my shoulder pads with that. The hat actually, normally I don't like hats, but that one, it looks like a modern hat a little bit too much, but that one I don't mind. That'd be an unusual outfit. It'd be like an atypical outfit, but one I could occasionally use. It requires a lot of tokens though, so I'm probably not gonna get it. Yes. We're also switching to Warden. It's been a while since I've played Tim on stream, right? Yeah, it has been a while. So we checked out Yule. We're still doing Store of a Gun, which is Yule related. So I can finally justify that actually being in the title. But I don't know if I like that outfit enough where I actually want to spend the time getting all those Yule festival tokens. Some of the festival activities can be enjoyable, but I get bored of festival quests very rapidly. Oh, I hit my mouse DPI thing. There we go. I have more festivity tokens on this character. I might already have that outfit. But yeah, when you're level 150, this character has an NPC for doing tier 2 wrapper. I don't know what it has. I think like a gold tracery for level 150. That's a pretty neat outfit. That looks like Umbar to me. Like that looks like it could be a good Umbar outfit. But I don't know what it is. They have delving gear. I really like it when people are inspectable. That is right. That's why. No, that's not why. But that's Minas Morgul. I feel like I knew that. I think it looks pretty good, actually. Only gets good for, like, my Rune Keeper or something. But that's a solid outfit.
What can I do for you?
This character has... Wait. Are Yule Festival tokens bound to account? I can't even tell. They are not. Okay, I didn't think they were. Oh, it's kind of wow, there's a stocking cap. The snowy tunic and trousers. That's like short sleeve. That's kind of funny. Not something I'd expect. Oh wait, that's not the one. That's a different vendor that I was looking at. Okay, so yeah, new rewards are these ones, okay. There's also Icy Expedition, other stuff. I could actually see if any of these are in the auction house. I would... You know what, if they were, I would actually probably buy this. Maybe. It's a very specific outfit. Okay, so we're going with the... Works for me. F10. think I'm going to tank this, so you'll get to see me be bad at Warden tanking. I also have realized I forgot to do the local recording of this stream the entire time, so I've now at least started that for Storbigan. I don't know if we'll be able to solo tier 2 like we were at 120. That was a fun adventure. I have a YouTube video on it if you have not seen, but we have 6 of us and we're doing tier 1. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we're having a lot of lag right now. See, these Gunabad Word of Craft recipes, single use, and they are actually dependent on which crafting profession you have. Very unfortunate. Yeah. I really need the winter outfit. This character doesn't have one. My old warden, back when this character was a female character, had an outfit that I liked on her, but it doesn't work with the male characters to me. It was the like Aja Korra or whatever from Urkel. That's the name of the place. Yeah. I think we have a Minstrel DPS and a Rune Keeper healer. And we have 2 characters quite a bit below level and 2 characters a little bit below level. Ooh, I have gold enhancement runes I could use. Might as well. There's no reason I can't use them at this point. Wait, Heraldry of the Owl, that go to 515. Technically I would want to do that slot, but I don't. Well, actually Heraldry of the Owl might not be that terrible. Like, it'll be bad, but it might not be that terrible because it is... Will has uses. No problem with me going full DPS here. I'll use a heal just in case. Oh, he's doing his thing. Can I get all that? I actually don't know. I need to zoom out. I also... Oh my gosh, I need to do actual tanking stuff. It's been a while since I've tanked, if y'all can't tell. I'm used to just doing mostly like DPS-oriented tanking. Probably should have saved my taunt. And now I'm knocked down. Don't worry, we're good. We can use deflection. Wait, I think deflection is the opposite of what I wanted. I think I wanted aggression, not deflection. Oops. Or do I have that trait? I think there's a trait where it turns it into something useful, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember, it's been too long. Ah, this one, yes, deflection increases threat, so I do have that. Well, y'all were level 141 then, right? For better or worse, I'm not having to pay attention to my defenses, which usually means that if something bad happens, I'll just get killed. Because I'm not paying attention. That's really the way it is. If something is like this, basically easy, then let's see, I don't have to pay attention, and then stuff like that happens because all my defenses are gone because I haven't kept up with any of my defenses. There we go. I'm trying to get Storbigan back targeted. I need to use Persevere. That gives me an incoming healing buff. 7.5%. There we go. We're back to building defenses. We're all good. Don't you love just attacking giant feet? I think at least for on level, but maybe even for above level mobs. I mean, that's a pretty good sample size. So, the Guardian, who's like level 142, has been able to interrupt Storvagun. Like those haven't been deflected. But he's only done it twice. We are having some people die. That's probably a reflection of my bad tanking. I probably shouldn't have used that cooldown, but we have Never Surrender coming up. Okay, I probably should have used that cooldown, seeing my health fluctuate like that. In fact, I think it's time to re-up my defenses, so we'll do rapid building for that. I don't think I have restoration up. I gotta be careful with where my back is facing. Alright, one more set of ads, which is, if anything, a good thing for my health because of more L taps. They're not the strongest, but they have a little bit of help, and I don't think those Yetis do all too much to me. Although honestly, with how well this is going, we might be able to handle tier 2 with this group. I think, what did it take last time? Like 20 minutes for me to solo tier 2? I wonder if I'd be able to do that. Like, am I that patient this year to even try? If I'm even able to do it. I'm level 148, so it's like, I might be getting not only a little bit ahead of myself, but way ahead of myself. I don't even know what tier 2 is like, but also the gear, like my item levels and the such, are kind of bad. Not only would they be bad for 150, but they're not even great for 148. I think I'm just more shocked at the ease of tier 1, especially with the group levels we have. Alright, bracelet? Oh, no bracelet. Oh, and 2 people got bracelets. Oh, they got a good bracelet. Item level 510. What does Will give for... Oh wow, Will actually gives mitigation. I forgot, is that the same thing for Guardian? Isn't it like Will's actually useful for Guardian tanks? It's 1.5, it looks like, of each mitigation. Given that, I think it'd be an upgrade for me, even considering the tactical mastery. I mean, tactical mastery still contributes to outgoing healing. I think the morale of having you is greater than the contribution of some random. Wow, my Rune Keeper actually has loyalty ranked up better. But I have Vitue XP boosters on this character to use, and he's actually don't tell Louis-7 this, but he's more important. I don't even know what I'm clicking. I'm getting like 5 bonus for XP. Not all those were bad. Okay, we are doing tier 2. Yeah. Okay, I don't think I have anything to use. Oh yeah, I can, I was gonna look for, since my javelin has this already a 500. Oh, I can't do that one. Let me see what my spear has. What am I doing? Yeah, that's still 490. Okay. Yes, my spear doesn't have anything upgraded. That's right. It's all in the javelin right now. But it's still efficient. It's still most efficient to do that one, but I'm just seeing 400 vitality. So I don't know, technically that's the best slot, and it upgrades the slot, but that's a terrible heraldry. But we'll do it. So 3 gold enhancement runes should get it up 12 levels to 512, and that's no longer a waste doing that. And then 1 purple should, wait, 3, 1 teal should max it out at 515. So when I replace that with an actually useful tracery, it will be, I'm talking to myself. I'm putting the gold enhancement runes in my heraldry of the owl, which gives outgoing healing rating. Did that feel good? Just got completely one-shot. I should probably use some of my defensive stuff. I know I used a little bit last time, but... Well, it would help if I avoided mechanics. Oh no, I didn't want to use Celebration of Skill. That skill, Celebration of Skill, for people that maybe don't know, that's like a scam. I don't know what the induction going on is, but I need to get out of it. Oh, I don't have aggro. I'm being a bad tank right now. I take it he didn't like my force taunt. Oh, he's resisting. Okay, I see. He is resisting my force taunts. Wow, that's 3 force taunts in a row that have not landed on him. I assume he's force tauntable. Do I actually need to use like an aggro skill? Yeah, he is ignoring my force taunts. And even my regular aggro stuff. Which if the hunter's surviving it, that's perfectly fine, but it's very strange. Like that 100% landed, I think. Well, not 100%, I'm like 90% sure it landed. Now I'm having all my gambits messed up because I'm trying to chase him around. This is interesting, but we're surviving. I'd probably end up kiting him anyway. Not really heavily kiting him, but kiting him a little bit. And I think it's good to keep running with the inductions. I don't think I needed that. I could have used it though. think he's completely ignoring my threat for some reason. Like, not even just my force taunts. I really have no idea what's going on, but I cannot do anything to get aggro here. I am hitting him, right? Yes, I am actually doing damage. Wow, I got aggro. It's a miracle. Well, hope people brought their subscribers, Doug. And now I can't... Oh my. I couldn't even use my abilities. Oh, wait, reset. So I don't know if there was actually any bug going on in that fight, or if there's some weird mechanic stuff that I'm not aware of, or what was going on, to be honest. But maybe if we try again, things will work. Okay, so I wonder, I do have tracery boxes. Oh, I used to have tracery boxes. Oh, yes, I still have some. Fist gamut damage over time. Morale tap. This is Storvagun, so it's boss from the vaults. It's only available during the Yule festival. I don't know if I can really use any of these. Well, I guess we're not trying again. How unfortunate. As far as upgrading tracers, though, of ones that I like currently have, I'd probably do for this character and where he is. Yeah, I don't think it really matters too much. I'd probably do the vitality one, but the master your finesse, oddly enough, the finesse one could actually be useful at this point, but it's a bad long-term plan. But yeah, this is something you don't have to be at level cap to run. We have a mix of 140 to 150s. Oh. I will run that. I think we have 3 of us that are going to run the featured instance now. So yeah, maybe it's worth going to the place and getting me an actually good heraldry. I don't know. How's the Matham Hunter's armor doing at 148 still? Level 489? Okay. Yeah, don't have any LI stuff that I can see in here. Wow, my vault's actually really clear on this character. 83. And then shared storage, it looks like... Oh, I do have some traceries. Okay, we can try that. Although I would like to use some of these on my Rune Keeper. I feel like at this point, like I'm not even getting that... Well, there I got I got 2 non-class ones in a row. There we go, we got a heraldry, and it's Heraldry of the Serpent. Technically, this would be best on the spear. I think this is the spear I'm keeping, because I think I'm just going to for ease of not grinding way too much in this game, which is a very easy thing to have to do. I think I will put this, oh, even though that's a good one, I'll put that in that. But then, this will be the one thing I've upgraded on my spear. Yep. So I can put 6 in there. And I forget what that looked like originally. Here it is. So these are the original stats on the right. And then in the left here are the new stats. So it did go up quite a bit by those item level upgrades. 15 item level upgrades and like 20-ish%. If we need it. Yeah, that works. If the alternative of 3 DPS doesn't work, I will tank. Is there any chance we could run a lower level version as well? Okay, because I don't think I get rewards for the 150. I didn't get any last time we did. Or, Weirwillow, if you wanted to run lower level version, I could do that later as well, and we could start with a 150 for you, not in Snore. We'll see what we're doing. But we have, I think we're gonna try, I don't know. Either way, we're gonna run the featured instance. We'll see if I get the featured instance this time. Last time I didn't. Yeah, I'm still not getting the featured instance, but I don't mind running because I'll still get stuff.
The houses burn and crumble to the ground. You notice that it was not orcs alone that did this.
Because I think even you all will get stuff that when you open can be level 150 relevant. At the very least, LI stuff. What is it that people run for traceries nowadays? I'm forgetting. If it comes to mind, I'll mention it to them. Now that I remember what this place looks like, I am definitely going to overpull. That could come back to bite me, but we're gonna see what we can do here. Look, we got a hunter and we got a champion, both hitting things and DPSing for us, so. Oh, there's the boss. I was wondering how the boss was dying so fast. I wasn't even. That tiny goblin's brother was not the boss. This is the boss. Alright, since I can take the hits, try not to remove the corruptions. It's not that big of a deal, but... in the interest of speed, if you remove the corruptions, that increases his defenses, but it does decrease his attack speed. So, if your tank can survive the hits, then you don't really need to remove them. Okay, I should be healed up good there. I can contribute to some DPSs. I don't even think I ended up contributing that much. It's also fun to just run group content on LOTRO. I've been missing it a little bit. I also like these older instances. There's a nice simplicity about them that's not full of poison and whatever other Karn Doom stuff there was. Some of my abilities are getting in a bit of decent damage, so I think I'm contributing a little bit at least. There's the stun. There's our camera in the middle of a house. The stun. Hopefully that one's 5 seconds, not too bad. Plus the champion stun timed at the same time. Not that bad. Can you imagine listening to an orc? And actually going closer. If anybody is wondering, with the orc saying, "Come close, so I can bite you," something like that. The orc was going to bite you. Probably don't want to listen to the orc. I already don't like doing what video games tell me to do. If there's an alternative way around, that's a way that the video game is not telling me to do, I really don't think I want to listen to what orcs are trying to tell me what to do. Okay, we're gonna have Never Surrender trigger, hopefully. We stop killing things and I stop getting heals. There we go. Oh, that's my morale taps healing me. That was a close one, but I had Never Surrender, so I actually wanted my health to go down that low to trigger it. Okay, I think for this guy we don't really need to do too much with defenses. We can just sorta... tank it. Oh, never mind. I can't tank it. I tried again. I was hoping I'd be able to stand in it this time. There are 0 differences from the last time I did this. This character has gotten... Actually, I have gotten 1 upgrade, but clearly not enough for me to survive that now. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a conviction and then we should be good. Back to DPS. I don't know why he turned around behind me, but that's something he did.
Your strength is great. I can't fight you all at once. My master will know what to do.
I do like the look of the Umbar potion icons, I have to admit. Have those power potions always said, "cannot use with effect, Beorning class"? That is the funniest phrasing. Okay, that's an effect that you are Beorning class.
I cannot hope to take them 3-on-1. Join me, and surely they would not stand a chance.
How dare you come groveling back to me like a mangy dog? I will not tolerate
Wonder if they plan for like wardens and other classes with self heals to have the morale potions be cannot use with effect.
Now you will all suffer the same fate. Shadow embrace.
I think his corruptions are removable. Maybe. If he doesn't keep disappearing. I actually didn't realize how sizable my group heal is. Almost 8k a tick isn't too terrible. Oh, now I'm stunned. You're overcome with a heavy white smoke. Neat.
Displeased.
Hello, Daniel. You must be talking about my cat right there, right? Javelin skills damage, also known as ancient scripts. 60 of them, to be exact. So actually, maybe... let's say January. That'll be a safe time frame. I think I should have the cat cam returning here soon-ish. Well, January. I already spoiled the time. Potentially before. Which... Actually, okay. My desk is a mess, but... I can't see. There she is. There's the cat. I just need to actually get this set up. We have stuff we're supposed to do in game, but... I'm back. We're trying to run group content. Alright, 148 should be plenty easy. Yep. I think 148 should be plenty easy, right? What could go wrong? You know, the entire last run, I don't think I used my Warden advanced techniques or whatever blue line thing they have. So if we not only are running this lower level, but also use those, it should really be easy. I just have to heal? I shouldn't need to use Never Surrender here, but there is a chance. These bleeds are a bit much, and I don't want to use my non-existent potions. I don't even know what abilities I'm using. Okay, I think this heal, I don't know if I used it again, but I think we're all set. I think we're squared and safe now until he uses Gouging Strike there. I do not use an MMO mouse. I use a, it has 2 buttons on the side. That type of mouse. I've just never liked the idea of an MMO mouse. They're also a bit tall usually, in my experience at least, to fit the buttons. That said, this is a relatively large mouse, which I like. It's also heavier than most other mouses I use. I have the 2 mouse buttons sometimes programmed to stuff, but usually not. But yeah, it's all keyboard. So like with all these Gambit Masteries that you're seeing, I need to actually get aggro here. All these Gambit Masteries that you're seeing me use are all keybinds mixed with a control shift and then the function bar. How much damage do those dots do? 6k, I wonder what they're actually hitting. I could turn around to actually see. Okay, so I might get stunned here, so I'm going to actually activate my shield skill preemptively, and now we're lagging. There it is. Oh, I had my stun removal already ready. I also could have just used my stun immunity skill. See, this is where it actually comes back to bite me. Let the dots tick, the champion and hunter hit things. Just keep pulling. Oh no, I'm actually stunned. This could be bad. That was a good timing with the champion stun once again, but that was a really bad time for me to get stunned. And to an extent, I kind of have to keep running, because if I just stay in their damage area, I'm gonna get a little bit killed. I'll be defeated. It can definitely be hard to keep track of all the keys in MMOs, but I find that I work better, even if it sometimes starts... Oh, you're all here. Okay. I was worried somebody got locked out. I also use, actually my push to talk is now on my mouse instead of my keyboard. It used to be the Z key, which was really terrible, to be honest. I basically could not play Warden and do push to talk, even though I did, but I was not that effective with it. I really don't know who he saw running.
Strength is great. I can't fight you all at once. My master will know what to do.
I think, are we getting these from the instance? Maybe. Oh, I have gear. It's actually higher item level. I think it's, I was gonna say way worse, but wow, this might actually be worth considering. This is crazy. 3,800 crit. What does agility give now? Two crit? Oh no, just 1 crit. It's three mastery and 1 crit. That's right.
Surely they would not stand a chance.
So with 3 mastery and 1 crit, I think this is better. I would like to examine it further, but I'm gonna go ahead and just say it's better and use them. Oh yeah, Warden's Dances could be good for the 2 buttons. That one, I don't do those with the keys. Those are 2 that I typically, at least. It's kind of tough to do them on the keys, but typically I do click those 2. I will admit. Honestly, I don't think we need a tank for this boss. Like, imagine how much faster we could complete this instance if I were in DPS spec. Not that much faster. Like, I would do more damage, but it could also potentially cost us. Like, if we actually did run into a situation like I'm taking 100k here, if we ran into a situation where the champion maybe had to use their heals or hunter had to swap stances and use their heals. Champion heals are less costly than I think the hunter ones, but the hunter heals are actually like actual heals. At level 50, they're pretty OP. That's all I know. Probably should have used the new Unerring Strike, whatever that's called. Not Unerring. Oh boy. Spear of Fate is what I was talking about, but Spear of Virtue. Alright, I got my box. I don't open it until level 150 though. Although I honestly don't know if it matters, but I still don't open it until 150. Ooh, we got healing over time and outgoing healing. That's technically that's better than a completely outdated tracery. Oh, these aren't completely outdated. That's my Rune Keeper that has that issue. I kind of forgot, to be honest. So technically I should send that to my Rune Keeper. But that's too much for me right now. Yeah, it was fun. Well, my warden just needs a little bit over one more level. So maybe when I do that, either Umbar mission streams or video, probably do it as a stream. I don't have so much effort to turn it into a video. But when we do that, I'll probably do all the missions, pop an XP boost, and see if that gets me all the way to 150. Then we can do the delvings. And I'd really like to do a video trying max difficulty delving and seeing me get absolutely demolished is hopefully the idea. That might sound like a weird goal to have, but that is indeed my goal. And then I'll knock it down to the tier 7, which is kind of the minimum for good stuff. Presumably that's still the case, although I don't think delvings will be worth running really, even with the yellow gear, but it's still something at least that makes it worth doing that instead of tier 1 or whatever the minimum is. Hopefully it also drops essences and not 140 essences. I know all the barters are still 140, so I'm slightly concerned not everything has been updated, but maybe everything has. I have more Taylor recipes. I think I opened those because that was going to be the whole video thing. Yeah. They were talking about paying for whatever crafting materials. I forget what, but basically you can buy like rare crafting materials on the LOTRO store and also the stuff to make the essences or one second. I think my cat was growling in her sleep. See. Alright, we're all disconnected from everybody on Discord, and it just so happens to be the time to wrap up the stream, I believe. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. Did we cover everything we planned to do today? There's been so much going on, I've kind of forgotten. Do I have... Oh no, let me... You know what? We're gonna do it. I don't know if there are any more levels after 90 for the virtues. If anybody knows and can confirm if level 90 is the virtue cap, that would be useful. But there is a character that has been hoarding all my virtue XP items. And this is 20% bonus virtue XP weekend. So we're going to use those. We're going to get my warden back where he needs to be. Probably not quite capped, but very close at least. Oh wow, it's already Friday. Act like I didn't know it was Friday, but I was looking over at the calendar and it's Friday. Which is a good thing, because that means it's the weekend. But that also means it's already Friday. And also, fortunately, this weekend I'm not as busy as the previous ones. I know I was talking about doing all these shorter but more frequent streams. And that was just not possible this past week. Yesterday, actually, or if anybody is curious, hopefully my desktop capture, hey, it's not broken. We're having this, but that's what's going on. But yesterday, actually, I normally don't take naps, but yesterday I had one of the better naps I've had. I slept like an hour and a half or something. Already Saturday afternoon. Where would it be Saturday afternoon? I know in like Japan area, it's getting close. I'm not immediately familiar with what is east of Japan, but west of like that international dateline thingy. New Zealand, okay. LOTRO started responding, but my brain stopped responding. I don't remember what we were doing. Luiden? Yes, Luiden. Wow, similar outfit to my Rune Keeper, just different color and completely different vibe without the wizard's hat. Stands in the fire, I should be thanking you for running through that and carrying me. Oh, I'm daydreaming. I was looking through, so some of my videos, just while we're waiting for LOTRO to load, I was looking through some of my recent videos, and I was like, kind of thinking what I'm actually going to get done over winter break. I've had a good series of these streams. I like the new format I've been doing. Hopefully it's worked for you all, but I'd still feel a little bit conflicted about actually putting Umbar, the text Umbar in the thumbnail. When I'm doing, I just omit the Corsairs of part, because it's all Umbar, but I'm still in Gondor, all these. But it works. And I don't think the game wants me to take advantage of the Vitue XP. I would become too powerful. We saw what happened last year or whenever, maybe it was 2 years ago, when I boosted Louis' virtues up from like, I had like 5-ish, cap-ish, and then I went up to having like all my virtues maxed basically. How much more powerful my character became from that. Oh, that's kind of crazy. I'm about to fall asleep. I also realized that, but we'll give it one more try. Because I feel like it will hopefully be entertaining for you all to see me use Vitue XP and make my warden properly OP again. Like in that instance, those last fights there, not those last fights, but in that instance, there were some dangerous moments. Like we could have pulled everything from the first boss, after the first boss to the second boss, and the second boss all at once if I had my virtues maxed, maybe. probably not, but still. We could have done that all in one smooth pull. Those are the gains you have to think about, because we don't really have any progression to think about right now. I guess progress from lower tier delvings to higher tier delvings, but then the problem is, why are you progressing? Like, it's basic, well, it is the same content, it's just you have more, it gets subjective here, but if you ask me, annoying stuff thrown at you, that's not really engaging combat stuff. But here we are. Who I guess I'm next in line.
What can I do for you?
Virtue XP. Yes, you can only pick 5 virtues, but it's good for flexibility if you want to change out your virtues, and they have these passive bonuses that are always active, actually. And the passive bonuses, last time I added them up, I actually forget. I have to be honest, I forget what they added up to, but they're quite impactful, essentially. Okay, so we have Vault on left, Shared Storage on right, Inventory on right tur. Oh wow, I only have 10 slots on this. Chest Louis. Hey, perfect. We'll put the Virtue XP there. I'm actually not sure I want to use all those on him. I think I want to use some of these Greater Virtue of the Valar thingies. I might as well also use the Virtue Accelerators. Go ahead and get those done on him. So do I want 20,000? Yeah, that's all I have. So 20,000. Lesser Elixirs of Virtue? Yeah, let's use those too. Oh, my headphones are dying. I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna worry about anything else, so we'll just do that, use that on Louis. I'll try next time we play. Oh, I could do them on my Rune Keeper. I think that's just dust on my ceiling. Actually, maybe some form of paint? I felt like I would have noticed that before, but it's like a little black specks. It's kind of hard to see. Plus, again, I'm tired, so I feel like my eyes aren't properly working right now. Anyway, well, I'm gonna go to Louis, use some of these, and maybe my Rune Keeper as well. Yes, the passives are active without virtue slotted, and they're passive with them slotted. The bottom one, the passive whatever, is always actually active, even if you have them slotted or if you don't have them slotted. Yes, they always apply, and they add up. They add up quite a bit. Okay, so now my shared storage, we'll make it small. You'll probably, yep, that. There we go. I'll scroll down now. Y'all can see it. And then we have this, and then we have character panel. I thought with the old LI system, that would be the last time I'd call this game Lord of the User Interface Online, but I think this game right now is deserving that title once again. Alright, virtues. So I'm going to use these Virtue Accelerator things, which give me like, wait, there we go. They give me like 2,000 bonus virtue. But we're going to cap most of our virtues, I believe. So it's possible that one of these will do it, but probably not. Yeah, probably not. I might have to use more than one. So this gives 20,000 virtue XP. It's a lot. I want to see my health go up, though. On the top left. I think that's the only thing. Okay, let's get some baseline. So quick thrust, very simple. That's like just very straightforward. Quick thrust does that much damage. And we're going to use these and get most of my virtues capped, maybe. So I can do... Wait, why do I have honor equipped? I guess because I'm in tank spec. Okay. That's probably not the best, but that's what I have right now. Doesn't matter too much. And then I think I want to... Oh, confidence, definitely. And then wit. I'm actually having to use more of these than I thought. And then determination. I wish it wouldn't go to your lowest level one. That's kind of annoying. But that's the way it works. And then probably compassion. I don't think, yeah, empathy. Wow, empathy is that bad? Because isn't it 1-to-1 with armor to physical mitigation? Why is empathy that bad? Wow. I remember it being not that good, but I didn't know it was that. Wait, is it that bad? Hold up, I'm getting confused. Maybe it's not that bad. Okay, it's still pretty bad, but I was looking at the wrong thing, I think. What was I looking at? I think it was charity, which isn't really relevant. So basically, in short, empathy is still bad, but not quite as bad as I initially thought based on what I was reading. That's essentially where I was going with that. Fortitude. How much has my health gone up? I haven't actually paid attention to that. But I think for these, no, still, like the problem is if I get Virtue XP on this character, it's going to feel wasted. So I think I'm happy with these. I have all the ones that I'd want to slot leveled up. Patience might be the worst virtue. Actually, it has critical rating, so it's possible that, oh yeah, justice might, no. Ah, mercy. That one's gotta be the worst, right? Is patience or mercy worse? What do you all think? They're pretty close, but I think patience is slightly better than mercy. And then justice is probably next in line. And then I think idealism, probably fourth worst. Then I think there are probably empathy after that, fifth worst. If I had to do a ranking of worst virtues, it would be those 5. And then I think the rest actually have some uses, even if some weren't as good as others. But anyway, we have whatever morale we had before. I feel like it was like 6,000 less or something. And we have that much more damage. And we have that much more damage considering I didn't even change. It's not even that much more damage, but I didn't even change any of my DPS virtues. So that damage boost is all from the passive. I might also not have had over 100k mastery before. Yeah, I did not have that many digits. I had 5 digits before that. So that got me over the 6-digit threshold for physical mastery. That's pretty neat. But I think I will actually log into my... Oh, wow, I still have bonus Virtue XP? Oh, that didn't... Using the things bypassed that. But yeah, I think we'll go make my Rune Keeper OP now. Like, that's why I save all this stuff from the Valars. If y'all are wondering where I got all these Virtue XP boosters, they're from Valar level boosts that I just haven't used. Like, I've level boosted characters, I typically get them their 5 virtues, but I wait for these 20% Virtue XP weekends to actually use the Virtue XP boost, because you get so much more Virtue XP. Like, you could level basically 5 virtues and get 1 virtue leveled up for free by waiting for this. And if you use landscape difficulty, just turn it on, you get an additional 5%. This time switching characters was faster. I wonder if it has to do with how long you're logged into a character. Best virtues for Warden. I think it depends what spec you play, because I would not run those 5 virtues that I had on my tank spec there for DPS. But my general use, top 5, tend to be loyalty, fidelity, confidence, valor, and wit. Not necessarily in that order, but those tend to be my top 5. And then if you want to replace fidelity with determination, the agility one, then you can. But that's more of general use scenario. The ones I had selected on that character were for tanking and I think for morale flexing at one point. That was around when I was hitting 2 million pre-stat squish. Anyway, what am I doing? Rune Keeper. This Rune Keeper. Wow, that was a quick login. Shared storage. Alright, this character should... Oh, boy. Yes, okay, these are good. This is good. This is basically the same setup, just on Rune Keeper. Like, I have Fidelity instead of Wisdom. At this point, I'd probably select Wisdom. I don't know. Like, for Landscape, I don't need Fidelity. So these are the 5 I'd run for more DPS. You just have to switch the Tactical Mastery ones to Physical Mastery ones and the Will ones. So Wisdom to Determination for Warden, something like that. Anyway, we'll see what we can... Oh wow, I have Loyalty Max. We'll see what we can do for the Rune Keeper. That's essentially where I was going with that. I'll try to... Since I've really been enjoying Rune Keeper lately, I'll actually try to get him up pretty high. We'll make him pretty strong this expansion. So I'm going to use all the little ones on him, just to get those kind of out of the way. They take a lot of space. And I'll start with that. So he does have lands... Oh, he doesn't? Wait, I don't have landscape difficulty turned on? Why did... How... Wait, why did that get turned off? Oh, because I'm in Frostbluff, maybe. Maybe landscape difficulty doesn't apply here. That could actually be bad if you get Vitue XP while here. If that's actually how it works. We'll see when I go out if I suddenly have landscape difficulty applied, but... That might be what's going on here. Yes, okay, I have that back. So now we get an additional 5% Vitue XP. Let's put my character up here. We'll do same setup. I think for this one, we're going to go all out with Epic Conclusion. We'll see how much stronger that is just by applying these. So let's go with the most useful one, Honesty. And then we'll go with Confidence. And I'm out of those, which is fine. I got these OP ones right here. And then I think Wit, and then Fidelity, and then, I don't know, Charity. This is kind of where it gets a bit iffier. But I'll just pick random ones. I could do Valor for the Mastery. I guess Discipline wouldn't be bad. I'll just use the rest of these. Probably. Oh, wait, I want to get that one. These all go to level 90, so that's good. Oh yeah, I'm actually... I think one more. And then we should be able to do Innocence. Use 2 on that. There we go. Okay, that used the rest of those. We're not quite as OP as my Warden, but I went up however many units of morale. I honestly don't know, because I forgot to look again, but it's in the video. And just from that, I got, what, like a... Okay, not quite a 5%. Maybe 3% upgrade and my Epic Conclusion damage. Maybe. That's pushing it. But I got a bit of an upgrade from that, essentially. Which is still, that's actually pretty sizable just from leveling up a few virtues. And that's not even counting things like, that's like, if I just look at the almost 3% damage upgrade, that's in combination with like the morale upgrade, the defense upgrades, the finesse. Like from the actual virtues I have slotted like finesse. There's no way to see that from those. Even the crit was improved. So yeah, all around improvements. If I have any more traceries, let's just use those. We're using up all my saved up stuff right now, but that's okay. Oh, I also have to pay attention to the reward track, but I think we still have time. She also is knocking my mic loose. Powerful cat head bonking powers. But yeah, oh, reward track, I'm still doing bad. 15. Anyway, let's get some traceries for this character. I'm kind of tired of him being outdated. If I get something useful for my warden, then... Yep. I just... that looked... I just felt like that was a warden one. So we'll put that back in chest Louis. Incoming damage, block chance, and then we got critical rating. That's a pretty good one. Who do I want that on? Probably this character is fine for that. So we'll see if the rune bag has heroic precision. No, ascendant lightning, that makes sense. And then this one also has ascendant lightning. For the critical rating, but I'd probably rather, now that heroic precision is a thing, crit chance. I have to assume that would be better. Let me see if the runestone's more generic. Runestone is lightning, and then rune bag is mixed lightning and healing. Okay. Okay, so I'll put this on the rune bag. All these old ones are inactive, so it doesn't really matter what I replace. Wait, must be applied to items of equal or... What? Oh, my rune bag isn't upgraded. I thought I did that. What did I reforge earlier? Oh no, I must have reforged my fire bag, not my lightning bag. Yep, I reforged the fire bag. Okay, we'll save this for another day. There is a fierce jaguar on my desk. Yep. As far as next streams though, I'll try Sunday. There's a very tiny chance I'll stream tomorrow, but there is a chance. I really haven't had a chance to think about tomorrow or this weekend and how I want to divvy up streams, but there's a chance I'll be back tomorrow. Either way, I gotta call it here for tonight, so I hope y'all enjoyed this stream. I had quite a bit of fun. We did some Umbar, aka Gondor, landscape content with my kin. We got some good deeds done and Vitue XP from that and had fun. And then we also did Storbagun. We did that on tier 1. Almost did it on tier 2, but for some reason didn't try again. And then we did Stone Height at level 150, and then we sped through Stone Height at level 148, or whatever it's called. Stone Height? I think that is. But we did the featured instance, and then we used Vitue XP boosters, made my Warden and Rune Keeper OP, and found out I made a big mistake and spent 15 gold that I meant to spend on something else, but it ultimately doesn't matter in the long run. I just have to actually send this character gold. So, overall, pretty entertaining. We also had some cat time. So, if you'll enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks for joining, chatting, and watching, everyone.